Moisés Caicedo of Brighton. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there's a bidding war between Chelsea and then Liverpool at Brighton's head office. When you go to Brighton's head office, there's a bidding war between Chelsea and Liverpool for Moisés Caicedo. The reason being that Chelsea wants to sign Moisés Caicedo. They have agreed personal terms for about 3 or 4 months now. And then Liverpool entered the race because they wanted Moisés Caicedo. They have lost Fabinho, Henderson. Most of their players have moved to Saudi. So they want Moisés Caicedo. And Brighton set a deadline Thursday evening that the highest bidder gets Moisés Caicedo. So on Thursday evening, that was yesterday, this dawn, Anajuwe, Liverpool sent a bid. Chelsea also sent a bid. Reports was that Chelsea sent £100 million for Moisés Caicedo, and Liverpool beat Chelsea to send £110 million for Moisés Caicedo. Then Brighton said, okay, I am going to accept. So Brighton agreed a fee in principle with Liverpool for Moisés Caicedo, but the player's preference has always been to play for Chelsea. I don't know why he wants to play for Chelsea, because Chelsea was 12th on the league table. Chelsea is not going anywhere this season. They don't have exit. Liverpool would at least play Europa League. But then the player's preference has been to play for Chelsea. So Chelsea, Liverpool, and then Brighton agreed a fee. But then personal terms on the player's side. They had to prepare documents between the clubs. This morning, the player is in London with his agent. Then he called Klopp and told Klopp, you have agreed a fee with Brighton, but I am not coming to Liverpool. You have agreed a fee, but then I don't want to play for Liverpool. I want Chelsea. As we speak, Moisés Caicedo is following Chelsea on Instagram. He has unfollowed Liverpool, and now the report is that Chelsea has offered more wages to Moisés Caicedo. But Chelsea is yet to match the £110 million that Liverpool submitted to Brighton. So if Chelsea wants Moisés Caicedo, Chelsea needs to match Liverpool's bid or more. Because Brighton's decision has always been one. I'm going to sell Moisés Caicedo to the highest bidder. The person who bids more gets my player. And when there is a bidding war between two clubs, the parent club just sit down and relax. Look at these foolish people. Let them continue fooling. After that, I'll take my money. If you know Brighton very well, they are a club that they don't drag when they want to sell a player. They are a selling club. Ben White, Mupé, Trossard, McAllister, Dan Ben, even Robert Sanchez that joined Chelsea 2 weeks ago. Easy. If you want their player, you go. Trossard last season, Arsenal. Very easy. Dan Ben, Newcastle. Ben White, Arsenal. Very easy. They don't fight. But then when there's a bidding war, example is Cucurella last season. There was a bidding war between Chelsea and then Manchester City. And when there's a bidding war, it goes in advantage of the parent club because they know this player is a 40 million player, but the person who wants more needs to pay more. So it happened, Cucurella was sold for 60 million. If you guys remember, in January, there was a bidding war for this same Moisés Caicedo. Arsenal and then Chelsea. Arsenal submitted 55, rejected. Chelsea sent 60. Arsenal came back with 70. They rejected everything. After that, this guy signed a new contract in March this year. For the, I think, 5-year contract to 2027. But then he was promised he's going to be allowed to leave this summer. So this summer, this is what is happening. Liverpool and then Chelsea, they are still there fighting in front of Brighton head office. Chelsea fans are happy. But then Liverpool fans, they are toast. Because there were players, Liverpool wanted Bellingham and Fa. Enzo Fernandez and Fa. Moisés, because Liverpool was fit last season. They are playing Europa. So but how do you send £110 million for a player when you know the player will not choose you? But another report also says that the only time Moisés Caicedo will play for Liverpool is that maybe Chelsea don't match Brighton's bid, or maybe Chelsea decide to walk away from the deal. But Chelsea is not giving up yet. Because if you look at Chelsea's midfield options, Mr. Ibu's grandson, Chukwuemeka, Enzo Fernandez, Hudson-Odoi, Conor Gallagher, Andre Santos. These people don't win league. Look at your squad. Ajo promised that Chelsea will finish above Arsenal. Look at your squad, apart from Enzo Fernandez. So if this guy's £110 million bid goes through, he'll be the British record signing in the EPL history. Because the highest now is Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez in EPL. Then I think Declan Rice. Then after Declan Rice, Jack Grealish, Anthony, and then Pogba, the Lukaku people will follow. So if this 110 million bid is accepted, if Chelsea goes in, right now Brighton is waiting for Chelsea to bring in the 110. If Chelsea goes with something lesser than that, Brighton is not going to agree. So the player is in London. When they show the move, notify after bidding war, whoever wins the battle carries the player at the end of the day. So this is what is happening. Chelsea fans are happy. They are laughing at Liverpool. But if Liverpool miss out on this guy, it means they have to go back for Lavia. Lavia at Southampton. Liverpool submitted 40 million. Southampton didn't take. Liverpool said they no get money. You don't have 40 million, but you have 110 million. Imagine Liverpool going back to Southampton with 40 million when you have 110 million for a player who rejected you. Liverpool now say, my team now started good. Because if Moisés Caicedo, I'm surprised, 21-year-old player, 110 million. He joined Brighton 2 years ago in January. Yes. From a team in Ecuador, Independent, something like that. Yes. But then they have a sell-on clause. So if the 110 million pounds goes through, Brighton would have to give the parents club 20% sell-on clause. But then Brighton signed this guy for 4.5 million or 5 million. So Brighton will make over 80 million because of bidding war, because of two useless clubs that they are fighting over a player. The guy is good. People are saying he's not worth that amount. But then when it comes to bidding war, we don't care about the original price. It goes high. I wish same thing happens to Mohamed Kudus. Kudus 40 million. And Kawina, Kudus 80 million. Because biggest transfer in EPL history, 110 million pounds for a player. Not anyone but Moisés Caicedo. That's a good thing. Let's see how he's going to prove himself, whether at Chelsea or he's going to be at Liverpool or he's going to stay at Brighton. Currently, we don't know. We are still waiting for Chelsea to send a bid. So anything that happens, we'll bring you guys the updates on the Moisés Caicedo deal. Harry Kane, straight to Bayern. Harry Kane has agreed to join Bayern. So yes, the EPL legacy or the record he wants to set, wants to break Alan Shearer's record of being the EPL all-time top scorer. As it stands, a year to assume, unless Harry Kane goes to Bayern and then comes back after 2 years or 3, which is not guaranteed whether he can score those goals because he's 30-year-old. So Harry Kane is waiting to join FC Bayern. Right now, everything is confirmed. He has agreed. But then reports this morning was that Tottenham wants to correct some small things in the deal. So Harry Kane is waiting at the airport. He'll fly straight to Munich. Then he becomes a Bayern player officially. So these are the transfer news. My name is Ace Kanti. This episode of Prrrr was brought to you by MyBet Africa. MyBet Africa. Charlie, Ultra Bet now. The season starts today. Manchester City, Burnley. www.mybetafrica. Manchester City, straight twin, channel 20,000. Oh, sorry. What do you see? We are good to go. Send me my share. I'm out.